So the topic we are going to take is the next one. So we finished Rupa and now we'll talk about Vedana. Unless you have too many questions, so I think it will go shorter. So let's see. So what is Vedana? The simple term Vedana is to feel whatever you feel. So there are two kind of feeling. You have a physical feeling, you have a mental feeling. Only two feelings. And in the physical feeling, it's a pain and pleasure appearing in the body without the what we can say, without the interference of the mind. You will have a physical, pleasurable, physical, painful, and a neutral feeling. Okay, all the time. Now, what is this neutral feeling? Is that you will not feel anything at all in any part of the body. Seems to be going on as usual. Without, let's say, in the whole body, if you were to scan, you would find those regions where you don't feel anything. There's nothing to feel. It seems to be numb, or it seems to be not having any kind of feeling. Okay. Now, what is pleasurable feeling is that some energy movement is there and you feel very nice. Just like I go and exercise. Let's say I go for a walk. And while walking, because of the spending of energy, the body is light, the body is agile, or some pleasurable feeling is happening only on the body. Now, how do I know it is pleasurable? You will come to know, because the consciousness knows it, that it is pleasurable, this is painful, and this is neutral. So there's nothing called asking about whether I can feel a pleasurable feeling or I can feel a painful feeling or a neutral feeling, because all the three are known to the consciousness. There's nothing anybody can define for himself or herself what is this painful, pleasurable, and neutral. So when I go to this Vipassana of Ubakin, so if I take that, so I'm scanning the body, so I can see all the three bodily feelings. So I can have some places nice flow, is pleasurable feeling. Then I have some pain here and there, painful feeling. And then there is no feeling at all. In some places, looks like a block. But that is neutral. Yes.
Question. So let's say I take my finger and I touch this sofa, which is pretty neutral object. Is that a neutral body?
There is a feeling. No, there is a feeling. There's a feeling of touch. There is a feeling. Right. So there is three feelings, irrespective of whether you are aware of it or you're not aware of it. Let's say I'm sitting on the chair. There is a feeling. I might not notice that feeling. That is separate. So first we need to see that there is a feeling. As soon as there is a contact, there is a feeling. If I'm taking this finger and touching it here, there's a feeling. And what to make out of the feeling is separate. But there's a feeling, yes.
Is that a bodily feeling, or is that
a bodily feeling? It's kayancha paticcha pottabbecha uppajjati kaya vinnyanam. So that is the feeling.
But let's say it's a fairly neutral object. Is that a?
It's a neutral feeling. See, don't put a label to that. Just see it that when I touch this guy here, there is a feeling. And when you touch your palm, there is a feeling. Yes, Sachin.
So we are actually now we are talking. We are complaining more about the Vipassana. So anyway, that is one part. Second thing is, when we talk, this is just my thought. Okay, that feeling, neutral, painful, or pleasant, is so much relative, right? Relative in the sense that if I eat spicy food, right? For me, it is almost neutral, but for you, it is so much painful.
Yes. So now the question comes, that's a very good question. It's like this. It is your consciousness which is making you aware of the feeling.
Okay. So for my consciousness, it is clear that this is painful, this is neutral, this is
Yes.
pleasurable, and for Aryu's consciousness, it is another definition, but it comes to this three category.
Wait for a second. So let's take the same example slightly ahead. Let's say we both of us are in the same place where Aryu is, where it's 5 degrees centigrade. Now, Aryu might be feeling cold. I and you might not feel cold. Or you might feel terribly cold. I might not feel terribly cold. It's relative. It's not, and it's very subjective. Yes, go ahead.
So this temperature, I can see that the bodily feeling itself can be different, right? But let's say take the spicy food thing example. But let's say both me and Sachin feel the
Wait for a
same.
second. We have moved out from Kaya.
Okay.
We have gone into Jivha. Jivhancha paticcha rasecha uppajati jivva vinyanam.
Okay, so take the temperature.
Yeah.
Temperature.
Okay. But okay. I want to ask that question quickly.
Yeah, ask it. You ask
Okay.
it.
So that spicy feeling, right? It feels as like a lot of sparkles on the tongue, like a lot of pain. You can see a little dots of pain on the tongue. Let's say me and Sachin are same sensitized in the body in terms of the feeling, but because the mental tendencies are different. One feels somanasa and one feels domanasa.
We
Because
have yet to come to the mental feeling.
That is filling up nice. What we are talking is the filling up, wow, tasty, very tasty. Spicy is also, I think, somanasa, but the pain on the tongue is, I think, mostly always painful, but we like it.
No, that is separate. So let's not come to do manasa, so manasa, upekha.
okay.
We are in physical. That's all. You are on
And in physical, I have another question. Physical or in general, I think. The first question was relativity, right? And second question was, the first question, relativity is not only for Kaya, but all kind of Vedana, it is relative. Secondly, it can be built up, modifiable also. For example, by practice of tolerating the temperature, I can build up the neutral feeling in regard to it, right? My body I can build up by exercise and all. Now, so-called very hot is not very hot, so-called very cold is not very cold. So over a period, I can change.
Yes, so we have now shifted our gear into something else. So I will cover that.
No, park this. Okay, so I will name
No,
this.
wait.
Relativity.
I will forget. No. Wait, I will forget. So in Rupa, there are three factors, three things. That is Lahuta, Mudita, Kamanyata. In Rupa. That is Lahuta, lightness. Mudita, you can wield it the way you want. And Kamanyata, to work out. So when I start exercising first day, there's a lot of pain. But when I do the second day and the third day and the fourth day and the fifth day and the 10th day and 20th day, by that time, hold it. So by that time, what is going to happen is that you have remodeled the body because it has Lahuta, lightness, Mudita, you can twist it the way you want it, Kamanyata, to make it workable. This is there in every Rupa. That's the reason when you take a stone, let's say it is steel there or iron, so then you burn it at a high temperature, then it becomes liquid, and then you can make it the way you want. Something similar with gold, something similar with silver, and take any metals. It is the same thing which is happening. So basically, if we see, this is the property of the Rupa. So the same Rupa is here, right? The same Rupa is there, but it has consciousness. This Rupa is Rupati, iti Rupa, because it has consciousness. So it has a feeling. It feels. This body itself will feel other than feeling through mind. right? All the six senses are like that. It's not only body, its eyes are also like that.
Yeah, because it has its own consciousness, so obviously
Exactly.
it should also have some kind of equivalent to feeling, even if we may not call it feeling.
Exactly. So it has a feeling. It feels. Every body feels what it feels. It feels sukha, dukkha, adukha, asukha. That's a body feeling. Now I might say, okay, isn't it the mind which is feeling? Partially right. It is not fully right. First, we have to understand the body feeling. The body feeling need not be a mental feeling, and a mental feeling need not be a body feeling. Example, my name is Vilas. Is it felt in the body? No. And somebody names me, instead of Vilas, he says that you are Saddajiva. It doesn't matter to the body whether you call me as John or some other name, William, or you call me by the Buddhist name or a Jain name or this name or that name. The body doesn't care what it is called. But the so manasa, do manasa, by the name is happening in the mind. I like the name or I don't like the name. That's a separate thing. But that has no effect on the body. Neither the body feels pleasured by, oh, I am called as so and so. Or it doesn't get into a panic situation that, oh shit, what kind of name they are calling me. It doesn't. So, body feeling has three. Sukha, dukkha, adukha, asukha vedana. Now, it's relative in the sense that each person's body feels in a different way. So you can't compare two human beings and put a weather and say that if it is 5 degrees centigrade, you should feel cold. Now, where is the cold felt? In the body. Is it felt in the mind? No. Why? I might think of tolerating cold. I might think. Even though goosebumps are coming, it is becoming very, I'm putting like this, but still I'm putting a strong intent to hold on to that. Yes, either of one you can ask.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I did first. So let's say two people are put in 5 degrees centigrade, right? One feel being cold, so that's a dukkha vedana. But one person is accustomed to that, so he feels neutral. Let's say.
Yes.
So this is a condition of the body, which is regardless of the mental state.
Exactly.
So even if the 5 degree one become like the cold one become arhat, it's still dukkha vedana.
In fact, I have a third option to what you said. The one person feels cold, one person doesn't feel cold because of practice, and there is third person who is feeling cold, but his mental power is high, the enduring capacity is high. So even if he's feeling cold, he is pretending to be happy. Or for example, when you are jogging, the feeling on the body of running is not pleasant, but you feel good because you are running.
I think my question is simpler than yours. So after mine is answered, maybe yours can be answered. So I'm asked questions. This dukkha, this person who has a body which is feeling dukkha in this 5 degrees centigrade, even if he become an arhat or whatever, his body still feel the dukkha, right? It's not like
yes, he will still feel cold. It's like asking like this. If somebody has never eaten hot pepper in his life, no matter whether it's a arhat or no arhat, he puts it in the mouth, it's going to burn.
Okay. So I guess in Sachin's case, a person can be, say, liking a winter.
We are coming into the mental, which I already explained, but we'll come to that. It's more of a mental. It's not physical.
Yeah, it's mental. It's mental.
So let's come to mental later. Let's finish the physical.
And enduring capacity is mental always.
Mental. It's not physical. So now, what happens? the body, like me and my partner in Ladakh. He is born in Ladakh. Okay? And normally Ladakh is minus 20, minus 30 is normal. The normal temperature for them. Not that something extraordinary. And living in 5,000 meters or 5,600 meters or 4,000 meters, even 3,000 meters is just natural for them. Just natural. That's how they live. But for me, it's not the case. The body cannot take it. Mind might be interested in so many things, that is separate, but the body cannot take it. Right? So when I'm saying, when I'm feeling breathless, is the mind feeling breathless or the body feeling breathless? It's a body feeling breathless, irrespective of what the mind thinks. Irrespective of what mind thinks. Doesn't matter. So when I am going at 18,000 feet above sea level, if I am feeling breathless, I am not feeling breathless per se. It's a body which is not able to get enough oxygen, so it is struggling to survive. It's got nothing to do with what I feel in the mind. That will come later. But is the body feeling suffocated? Answer is yes. So since the body has living cells, they are dying, meaning the consciousness is going away from them. Body feels exhausted. So the person becomes unconscious. Means the consciousness is dropped for some time in this body, no matter what the person is thinking. Whereas for my partner, who is born in that place, who has developed himself in that place, 18,000 feet makes no difference to him. He can run if at all he wants to, because his body is made for that. Why? Because Rupa has three things: Lahuta, Udita, Amanyata. This is the property of the matter, Rupa. Because it has consciousness, it is indicated as Rupati iti Rupa. It is afflicted.
Flexibility is the property of Rupa.
Yes, flexibility is a property of the Rupa. Nothing to do with mind. It's something to do with Rupa. So there is a feeling, a physical feeling. First we need to know, when we say feeling, there is a physical feeling. What the mind does with physical feeling is separate. We will deal that later. But
That physical feeling is part of Kaya Vinyana.
yes, because of Kaya Vinyana. So we need to remember this. Kayancha paticcha pottabbecha uppajjati Kaya Vinyanam Tinna Sangati Passo Passa Pacchaya Vedana. Right? So, yes. You're on mute.
Oh, quick question. This body Vijnana is the only Vijnana in among these other five that has Sukha and Dukkha by itself, right? I guess the eye does not have Sukha and Dukkha by itself by looking at a color.
No, there is, but it's never pronounced like the body.
Oh,
There is.
I guess it's bright light. It'll have.
No. Bright light is still Kaya.
There is. So, if you read properly, you will find there is Sukuma. In that, Buddha explains this. But it's very in depth. So, you will never be able to experience that. So,
I think that is, see, when you seek some color, green color, it is comfortable to you. Red color is not comfortable to you. Even the intensity of both are same. So if I increase the intensity of light, you feel painful in the eye. That painful feeling is body vinyan. But if I show you red color and green color, there is no shape, but your eye lies green and hits red. That is, I think, what he's trying to say.
there is. So, let's first take what is physically available other than taste and sound and all that. So, let's keep it. So, what we need to know in general, You have Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, Adukha Sukha Vedana in all the five sense door. In all the five sense door. That's the reason what Buddha tells in Mahadukkha Khanda Sutta. He says, Kaya, Pattabha, Vinyana. When that happens, 6 things. Ittha, Kanta, Manapa, Kamupa, Samhita, Piyarupa, Rajaniya. This again you don't forget. This is for all the 6 senses. Not just Chakuncha Paticha.
So, Ittakanta Manapa Rajaniya is bodily also, you mean?
Yes.
It is not somanasa levels.
You please read that. It is all the 6 he gives. What we do, our
Value-
problem will
value-
tell you.
Value addition we said, no? I forgot that.
We only read like this. We only take the chakku and forget the rest. We shouldn't do that. You should go through all the 6, analyze all the 6. See it. Then you will see. Why that? You take another sutta, which we are going to take while you guys are here. Salaytana Vibhanga Sutta. In that also, he speaks about this. Okay. So he says you should know the Kaya, you should know the Vedana, you should know the Vinyana. All the 3. Then comes mind, which is Mano Chara. Mano Upa Vicharati. That is, in the mind, it starts thinking about what has been experienced. So there are 18 mental preoccupations. You have seen that. So you get Somanasa, Domanasa, Upeka. Somanasa, Domanasa, Upeka in each one of the sense doors. That's what mind does.
Now I got it.
Yes, sir.
But this Somanasa and Domanasa are not necessarily vichara, right? They're not thinking.
Vicharati means that after it has happened, he keeps it near and starts thinking what to do with that feeling.
About to think, Upavichar.
Yeah. Vitakka Vichara, right? So now
Yeah.
he's pondering over it. He's already, Vitakka has happened. As soon as the,
Upavichar. Upa means mini something, mini.
no, Upa means near.
Near, acha.
He keeps it near. Upadana. That's the reason that Adana
So,
is
so what is the difference between vichar and upavichar?
Upavicharati means that he just not ponders. He closely holds it and ponders over it.
Okay, so it is more grosser than vichar, you mean?
Yes.
I was thinking it is subtler than vichar.
No. What he does is that he would like to experience. So when we say, I want to experience snow. Let's take that as an example. I want to experience snow. First snow.
So he's thinking with Jill, intensity.
Intensity. Upavicharati. 18 mental preoccupation. Okay. This is where the mind feeling is. Yes, go ahead.
So if we say Somanasa, Domanasa are upavichar, it's not just the mental feeling. It is at the thinking level.
Yes. Even in the Titaitana Sutta, he says, what is my teaching? In that also he uses this 18. Mano Upavicharati. And that's the reason he sings that song. Mano Pubbangama Dhamma Mano Setta Manomaya. Because everything now is a mental experience. Physically you are experiencing something else, but mentally you start experiencing literally something else.
Yeah. So let's say I am happy while jogging, exercising. The bodily feeling is clearly painful.
Yes.
But I am feeling happy. I am not thinking about anything.
No, you are thinking. It doesn't seem to be thinking because so fast.
So fast or so subtle, something like
Whatever. Yeah, either way. See, now what happens is my leg is paining. Actually.
You are not so much mindful enough that you can detect
No,
that.
it's not like that. It's not like that. What happens? There is a marathon, right? So there is a goal to be achieved. When you set a goal to be achieved, the mind takes over every other thing. So even though the body, you are feeling so painful, stressed out, you want water, you won't want to stop there because you're going to lose if you were to stop for water. You rush. Somebody is holding water for you, you just drink it. And why? Because the mind would like achieve the goal.
And in fact, there is a mental object continuously in you, Mano Dhamma, whatever you call,
Yes.
and the Rupa of it is the award.
Yes, exactly.
We can say Nama Rupa, where Nama is the feeling of award, and the award, the image of award is there in his mind, mental image,
Exactly. So,
continuously while he is running,
yes,
and he is not thinking so called.
he is not thinking about his body, he is only thinking of the goal achieved. So, what happens?
I mean to say there is no verbal thinking or inner chat at all.
So, in the Mano Upavichara, he is having so manasa on the kaya. Even though the information is dukkha. So, he puts a word like this: no pain, no gain. Right? So,
Yeah, he creates a view, ditti.
So when he fails, what does he say? The first thing he blames is on his leg. I would have won except for this leg, it did not give me support. You see how we complain. I am okay, but my leg is not okay, or my stomach is not okay, or my bowels did not happen, or this didn't happen, that didn't happen. So I'm blaming each part of the body because body has no sense by itself. Meaning it can only have a painful sensation, it can have a pleasurable sensation, or it can have a neutral sensation. That's all. It doesn't react like what the mind can react. Yes.
And this mechanism of having somanasa even when there's dukkha is why people don't see the dukkha, right? And it's
Yes.
one major reason why people cannot see dukkha.
Exactly. Now, marriage, children, family, house, property, blah, 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 all are mental, pleasurable feelings. They're not physical feeling at all.
So when the mind is having this upavicharati of this house, all this work they put in, even the thinking and all the effort, sankara, they still feel it's pleasurable of some sort. It's tainted by this pleasure that they're going to get.
Yes.
Potentially pleasurable.
Yes. So in the Salayatana Vibhanga Sutta, he says that Gahakara is the person who is a householder will have this kind of feeling. He will make everything mental and start enjoying that. He will make everything somanasa. Everything. And domanasa. And he doesn't know anything about upekha at all. Right. Yes, go ahead.
And that's because they have this kamachanda sankappa.
Yes. So now we understand the true physical feeling, which is dukkha and upekha, adukha, sukha, and we understand somanasa, upekha. Even if you are tired, you are not reacting to the tiredness. You are in upekha. If you are reacting to the pain, it is domanasa. If you are reacting to the pleasure of the body, it is somanasa. Got it. Sound is coming through the ear. There is an irritation which happens in the ear. If anybody is talking loud, any sound is coming which is very shrill, intensity can vary in each individual. But there is a feeling, certainly a feeling. Sotancha paticcha saddecha upajjati sota vinyanam tinna sing passo passa pache vedam. This is going to be there. What intensity? Whatever the intensity, the ear can hear. Yes.
So when you say react, it means react in the form of somanasam manovichar or domanasa upavichar.
Correct.
And let's say upekha is also mano upavichar.
Yes.
Right? So in case of upekha, what is doing? Reacting or
He's not reacting.
He is even doing mano upavichar or not?
All the three are mano upavichar, but he is not taking any action which will cause him somanasa or domanasa. This is the practice.
But still it is mano upavichar. So it is thinking. So what is thinking?
Absolutely.
He's thinking anicca and all that kind of.
Yes, and that
An arhat will be having that kind
no,
of.
any Arya Puggala will notice this, that it is arising and passing away, and hence there is no need to get reacted, so he get into pick.
And if he doesn't do that, then that means he was not aware of it, right?
Exactly, he missed it.
Then it is called murcha.
Murcha. Yes, the exact word used in Vipassana classes.
Goenka tradition. That's why, because you came from that, no, that's why some of the word you are also picked up now.
No, I just wanted to bring up that it becomes very easy.
The numbness and all that word you have taken from that.
What is that? Murcha or numbness or solid. Right? Okay, so wait for a second, Aryo. In the body, there are places where there is no sensation. Let's accept that. There are places there are no sensations. There are places, irrespective whether you put mind or not, there is sensation. Whether it is the dukkha sensation or sukha sensation. But there is three senses. Clear? Okay. Now, if you put your mind on the kaya, on the sota, on the ghana, on the jivha, on the mano itself, you will have a wonderful experience. That is awareness. You created a sati, knowing what is happening at this moment. So then the upavichara will not be there. Got the point? So the feeling, whatever I am getting as so manasa, do manasa, and aduk or so manasa, do manasa, upekha or sukha, dukkha, adukha, sukha, vedana, keeps on changing.
So when you said mano upavichara will not be there, that means even upekha will not be there.
He will get the true upekha, not vicharati.
So the upekha has levels now.
Yeah. So I didn't want to take up that, but I just wanted to tell you what happens. So our practice should start with kaya, agreed. Then it has to go to all the six senses to see what we are doing. Yes, sir.
I have a question. So I was reading this Sala Sutta, right? This about arrow. So he said the normal person get hit by one arrow, then he did the second arrow. So the first arrow is the kaika vedana, right? Is this kaika only restricted to kaya or also the other five senses?
Other four as well, but it is subtle. So it's always better to take what is gross. See, the pain you get when I hit like this is not the pain when eye touches the object.
And actually, as I said earlier, some of the other sense pain also are actually kaika. If you literally take the loud sound, the intense light, the very spicy food,
I do think
all are bodily.
I think spicy
No, no,
is
no.
soft.
Because no, it's not like that, Sachin. Because the four other senses are within the body itself, it seems to be like it is coming from the body. See, if the eye were to be somewhere, ear were to be somewhere, everything were to be somewhere, only kaya were to be there, you can say that this is 100% kayika vedana.
Me and Vilas used to have an argument. He said my tongue can only taste, but I'm pretty sure I can, feel the shape of an object with my tongue. I can lick around and feel the shape of the thing. But
You're using your mind in that. You're using your mind and bodily.
See, I'll tell you what. No one, except let's say Buddha, can exactly distinguish everything separate. Okay? So we have to.
Basically, tongue doesn't mean this tongue completely, right? The taste receptor on the tongue, that's called the tongue, right? Not the tongue physical.
So in the Kajiniya Sutta,
And those receptor cannot feel the same.
yes, the Kajiniya Sutta, there is a mention on Vijnana. He talks about all the 6 tastes. That's what Vijnana does. It recognizes, it cognizes, it knows. So now if the eye is within this body, the feeling is two-sided. One, you feel like it is experienced by the body, but it is experienced by the eye.
In fact, when we say you can feel the shape of an object, even with your eye, you cannot feel the shape of an object. It is your mental construction.
Yes.
Forget about tongue. Even your eye cannot tell whether it is square or round.
See, ultimately, everything is processed by the mind. Everything is processed by the mind. So, first we need to understand the bodily, and then there is Sabbha Kaya Pati Samvedi, not only this Kaya, Sabbha Kaya, Chakku, Sota, Ghana, Kaya, Mano. All of that you need to work out. The feelings are coming not only of this body, feeling is coming of the nose, feeling is coming of the sound, feeling is coming of the taste, the coming of the eye contact, and the feeling is coming of the thought also. So you feel. Now, what is this feeling? Is that what feels? Now, I have a wife is a feeling. It is a mental construct. I have friends is a mental construct. I have enemies is a mental construct. Right? It has got nothing to do with any part of the body. Either the eye or the ear or nose or tongue or body. It has got nothing to do with it. How I see someone as an enemy and someone as a friend and someone as my wife and somebody as my daughter or a sister or this or that or whatever is a mental construct. It's 100% mental construct. So whenever I see my wife, there is a so manasa. Whenever I don't see my wife, there is do manasa. So I want my wife. So whenever that shape comes, whom I have called as wife, the mind automatically creates the pleasurable feeling. Like when I had gone for 10 days to Vipassana, my wife was in tension. Why? That object is not there in front of her. So every day she is thinking, oh, today is the first day, another 9 more days to go. Today is the second day, another 8 more days to go. Just like Goenka keeps on saying that today is the second day over and third day over and ninth day over. So my wife was also making first day over, second day over, third day over, like that.
In fact, that is the only way we know whether it is over or not. If he wouldn't be telling, we wouldn't even be knowing which day we are in.
Exactly. So if we take that, that is a mental construct. Now, in this mental construct, you get 2. If you like Goenka, you get a pleasurable feeling. If you dislike Goenka for all the days in that place, you'll try to find one or the other mistake in that so that you keep on hating it. That's a mental construct. Whereas Goenka is just a kaya. There's nothing else in Goenka. If you were to search, it's Buddha Dhamma plus kaya equals Goenka. Right? That's all what it is. But mind is making a story out of it. It is where the problem starts. So, Tinna Sangati Passo, Passa Pache Vedana, Yam Vedeti Tam Sanjanati, Yam Sanjanati Tam Vitaketi, Yam Vitaketi Tam Papancheti, Yam Papancheti Tato Tam Nidanam Purisa. Papancha Sanya Sankha Samuda Charanti Atita Anagata Pachuppannesu Chakku Vinyanesu Rupesu Sota Vinyanesu, Saddesu, like that. So when the video is played in the night or in the evening, day one over, I've already seen it 100 times earlier. I know every dialogue he is going to say. Okay. But I am forced to watch it. Now, the Mano Upavichara, the mental thinking has already started. This I know. This is the next dialogue he is going to say. This is the next thing which is going to happen. So for me, each passing moment is a pain. It's not a physical pain. There is no physical pain at all. There is two pain. Ear, sound which is coming is painful because they have put the volume at high volume, pain. Some other person will not have that pain because he can, or somebody who is deaf, partially deaf, for him it doesn't really matter. But for me, it matters because the sound is too loud. Let's say, 2. What to do with that sound? That's mental. So immediately I get domanas. Just immediate. Till that talk is over, which is 1.5 hours, almost 1.5 hours. For me, every passing moment is a misery. I want him to end. Ending. I want him to end. It's not ending. I want it to end. I'm not ending. What if I have upekha? Matter. Whether I had watched it 100 times earlier or 1,000 times earlier, or I'm watching right now.
But why it is so? Like, see, you know the whole Buddha Dhamma, right? In front of you, let's say you forced to listen me, for example. Whatever you said, I am just repeating. Will it be painful to you also?
I didn't speak about me. I'm just saying how this has to be understood. Then you have to practice upekha. That is animitta. You do animitta, it turns into upekha. Then it doesn't matter who is talking, what, or...
No. My point was why there is no interest in listening to that, because it is Buddha Dhamma only, right?
No, it's like this. This is the same question what Ashutosh also had asked. He talks about traditions, he talks about all that, and the Buddha Dhamma is so less in the whole thing.
Okay, I got it. I also feel like that. So I have to become very mindful to catch that Dhamma and then become upekha. I do that.
Otherwise, if I spend all the 1.5 hours on that, 80% of them is on the traditions.
Yes. It is same to me, because when tradition comes now, I feel whether very uncomfortable, because I am part of it or not part of it. Question arises to me.
Yeah. So that if you delete it, day 1 there is no Dhamma, day 2 some Dhamma, day 3 some Dhamma, day 4 no Dhamma, day 5 no Dhamma, day 6, day 8, day 9. How it means that he will talk about Anichavata Sankhara and all that. Avijja Pache Sankhara, that one. Then some other thing which you already know it. So there is nothing new to be grasped, right? So you
but people go there again and again. Some people have gone 10 times, 20 times, 30 times. For them also it is repetitive. But
exactly. So now the question comes, why I brought up this issue is mental feeling. Now you have 3 mental feelings. Distinct mental feeling. If you put 2 people, one person who is so accustomed to the this tradition, would love it. Every video he would love it. No matter it is being, he is seeing it for the 100th time now. He still feels new, fresh, because he has love to that. Now we have to see raga. If you are doing something repetitively, it's raga. Otherwise, you won't do it. If you are hating something all the time, even though something good also is there, you keep on hating, saying that no, this is not good, this is not good, this is not good, this is not good. That is dvesha, aversion. And
Yeah, even that man only was telling that if you keep watching your breath or doing whatever you are doing with the hope or trust that one day magically everything will be cured, right? Then it is a silbata parmasa, he said.
Exactly. Yes. Yes, Aryu, you've been raising your hand. Go ahead.
I haven't gone to the retreat, but I mean, I've listened to the talk at this Hillside Hermitage. A recent video really, resonate with me. I understood, like, I think the true upeka is gained by having wisdom, right? By having panya, so you see anicca and all that, so you can stay in upeka. But another way of getting upeka is that you follow sila very strictly, getting into an exclusive spot and stay there for long enough. Eventually you get that, which is also peaceful. So what people are after is that peace, but if they only use the environment to get that, they don't have the wisdom senses, and then when they come out, they lose that. So that's where this key missing thing, right? The true vipassana of giving you dhamma is not there.
Yes. So what we should do, any person should do, is to have panya than anything else, right? Now the prajna, panya, wisdom. What is the wisdom? If you are doing the same thing again and again, exactly the same thing, it means you have raga for it. Simple as that. Over. Case closed. If you are hating the same thing, it's totally different now. But still you see the same. No, it's like that, it's like that, it's like that, it's like that. So now it is dvesha. You're not really penetrated into the dhamma, which is the moha. What is dhamma there? Anicca, dukkha, anatta, asubha. You have not penetrated, or that person has not penetrated, and hence is in moha. Because whenever he sees, he gets attracted by that. Or whenever he doesn't see it, he gets repelled by that. So this do manasa so manasa can happen to a person on the path also. So Buddha says you have to replace it. Replace the do manasa with so manasa. Replace the so manasa with upekha. That is what is there in the Salayatana Vibhanga Sutta. Okay. First we have to come on the path. Nekkhamma. Having come on the path, we should see whether we are getting attached to something. Now on Dhamma also there is an attachment. If there is an attachment, it means you have created raga, or I have created raga. So if somebody asks me, Vilas, you went to Vipassana, what do you feel? It depends on how I am putting forth my argument. If I have dvesha, I will find all negativities to speak with. There's nothing positive about that place. Right? If I love that place, there is no negativity at all in that. Because for me, everything is going good there or everything is going bad there. I don't have a discernment to see through panya what is going well, what is not going well, and what is it for me. How can I get my liberation from whatever I'm attaching? Can I get liberation from what I'm attaching? If it is not, then I am either in so manasa or do manasa. So this feeling as in feeling good, feeling bad, feeling good, feeling bad. is a sankhara by itself, because it is abhisankara. So avijja pachaya abhisankara is coming in the six sense doors, or sankhara. Sankhara pachaya vijnana, which is appearing in all six senses. Vijnana pachaya namarupa, which is again six sense doors. Namarupa pachaya salaitana, which is again six sense doors. Salaitana pachaya phassa is again six sense doors. Pacha pachaya vedana is again six sense. Vedana pachaya upadana tanha is again six sense. Tanha pachaya upadana is again six sense. Upadana pachaya bhava is all the six senses coming up. Bhava pachaya jati with all the six senses. Jati pachaya jara marana soka parideva dukkha domana supayasa sapavanti is with all the six senses. So it starts with six senses, ends with six senses. What is avidya there is that it's arising and passing up. All feelings in each sense arises to pass. The mind holds on to it. Upadan, it holds on to that experience, thinking that I am experiencing it. If it can drop that off, you have reached upekha. Irrespective, body has sukha, dukkha, adukha, sukha vedana. This chakku has sukha, dukkha, adukha, sukha vedana. Dhana has sukha, dukkha, adukha, sukha vedana. Jivha has sukha, dukkha, adukha, sukha vedana. The bland food you eat, there is nothing you are tasting per se. Just a bland food. If you take spicy food, you feel hot. It just burns. Mind might feel agitated. Tongue is not getting agitated. It is recognizing that this is spicy food, hot pepper. Whereas if you eat sweet, it recognizes it's sweet, madhura. If you see the Kajjaniya Sutta, he says madhura. Madhura means sweet. Yes, go ahead.
Do you think sweet food give the tongue a pleasurable feeling?
No, it's a mind which is making it pleasurable. Nothing to do with any part of these five senses. Sixth sense makes all the difference. See, you ask a diabetic, do you want to eat sugar? He knows sugar eating is not good, but he would love to eat it because he says, for my tongue, the tongue never asks for sweet. Yes.
Jiva Vinyan, right? Jiva Vinyan, not that mind, which is Upavicharati.
Yeah, because you said the Itta, Kanta, Manapa, all those are with this tongue as well, right? Tongue itself.
It is. I'm not saying no. It finds, it want to, see what is sukha? Whatever is acceptable. What is dukkha? Whatever is not acceptable. So that level of clarity is there in the five senses per se, because it has vinyana. So it should be able to recognize this is sukha, this is dukkha, this is adukha, sukha.
So even this Rachaniya, all these Piya Rupa, and all those are in the tongue as well when it tastes sweet.
Yes, absolutely.
Not get aroused by itself.
There is an arousal. There is an arousal. There is an arousal in each of the five senses. Each of the five.
And without the mental involvement of seeing as
Now what happens is, whatever happens, it registers in the mind. And hence Buddha says, Mano Pubbangama Dhamma Mano Setta Manomaya. The constructs are mental. Okay. From the eye, whatever is felt is a mental construct created later.
And if you don't construct the mental construct, even though it is Ittha, Kanta, Manapa on the tongue, you are in Upekha.
Yes, you are in Upekha. Because you will not go for it. You will not.
Yeah, and that's why when we ask the Arhan, how was it sweet? He'll say yes, it was sweet, right? Otherwise, he has this something to answer, right?
Yes, he can't say, I don't know what you are talking. He has to say it was sweet. It is sweet. It is to say it is hot. To say it is pungent. Whatever. Because based upon Itta, Kanta, Manapa, all that, the mind holds on to it.
Even if you ask Arhan, the sun is beautiful, no? He will say, yes, sun is very beautiful. He sees the beauty also.
He sees everything, but he is not attached to it. That's the only difference. He sees. See, there is one sutta where Buddha says, if somebody says there is no pleasure in sensuality, I wouldn't agree to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I read somewhere, even I think Mahakassapa or someone who's very strict with the monastic code and something, used to describe the beauty of nature and all that stuff.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that is separate. Upekha doesn't mean that you start hating what is really good as not good. No, Upekha is seeing things as they are really are. No matter how much good or how much bad it is, they pass.
Yeah, that the forest monk used to say that agreeability versus sensuality.
Correct.
So when he says agreeability, is this Ittha, Kanta, Manapa.
Correct. Manapa is agreeability in that word.
But I used to think this arousing only happens in the mind. Like this arousal is a mental thing.
That's the reason I wanted to take this sutta. It's all six. It's all the six.
But you said contradicting thing. The Jivha has this Ittha, Kanta, Manapa and all that, Rajiniya, but it itself is not aroused. Something like that you said, right? It is itself is
By itself, it doesn't arouse, because as soon as the taste goes away, it is gone. Then again, you put something in the mouth, again it tastes, again it's gone.
So this arousal is just a data for him.
Yes.
He's just passing on.
Yes. See, you try this out after our call. You can try it out. Take little bit of sugar. Meditate on sugar. Put it in the mouth. Don't suck it. Just put it. And you see what happens. As soon as the sugar becomes liquid, that initial taste of sugar is gone. Then it changes to something else. Then as soon as that water goes inside, the disappearance of the conscious experience can be seen. Okay. Now by itself, tongue by itself will not do anything like holding on to it. I need the taste back. Just check. Same thing you can do with kaya. When you do meditation, you where to do whichever meditation you want to do, and if there is a very pleasurable sensation in the body doesn't say I want it back. Or forget meditation. Take shower, stand below the shower. Put exact hot and cold water, which is acceptable to the body. Just stand below. You will immediately start to get a pleasurable feeling in the body.
In fact, if you try to hold something in your mouth, after some time, even if you hold it, the taste will go.
Exactly. Because that vijnana keeps on changing. It completely erases it out. By itself, it doesn't do anything. Yes, go ahead.
Just to clarify one thing, the eye, when it see a beautiful woman, the beauty is in the mind. It's a mental construct. But this body will never get arousal of like a sexual arousal unless there's a mental involvement in that,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Even the eye has Rajaniya and all that. It does not give you.
Why that? Why that? I'll give you another easy example. Any male has a penis. So when you are taking a bath, if you were to rub it, even though not having sexual, it still gets up. Right? There's no sexual interest at all. But still there is a hard on the penis. But if you don't do anything to it, it automatically goes away.
But this process you described can happen without a mental involvement.
Yes.
So being a woman, this cannot happen without having a mental
No, there
involvement.
are two things which happen when you see a woman. One, there is a recognition happens in the mind. You bring that which you already stored You're not seeing woman as a woman. If you see woman as a woman, there won't be any arousal. It's just a woman, just another body. So it doesn't do anything to you. Only if when you add attributes to it, you want to see the way you want to see it, and then the mental takes over, because mind has all the structures in place, including the sugar example what I gave.
Yeah, so like what he's saying, if you see beautiful woman, right? But I am totally in control. There is no excess thinking. Nothing is happening. It is totally upekha, but still I can feel the body
No, wait.
reacting to
No,
it.
the body reaction to pain and pleasure. If it is physical, truly physical, you will come to know it is physical. But because of the mental construct, some of the emotion starts to flow on the body.
At subconscious level, it would have been happening. It's just that I am not able to notice.
Emotions per se are mental. All emotions per se mental. The rasa is liquid which is flowing in the body. Those kind of emotions, those kind of hormones secretes based upon your mental feeling. If you don't have any mental feeling, neither the testosterone increase nor the estrogen is going to increase, or any other hormonal changes are going to.
So even if I am very perfect, even if I am very balanced, but the grasping of the object has happened, right? The chakunja paticha rupe, that one. The grasping of object, what that Pali word?
Upadan.
No. Nimitta grahan is happened. Nimitta grahi. That would have happened, right? That's why I could feel bodily, but I don't see anything. I feel myself is in control. Nothing is changed. No thinking, no arousal, but still body has picked up. That means the nimitta has happened.
If you don't have, if you make it animitta, truly animitta, I'll give you an example. In that, when I was walking in that Vipassana, so then there is a board which says that cannot go beyond this because there's a female. So I was walking. So I wanted to practice. Otherwise, the other guys were walking somewhere else. So I made one path for myself because Shreyas was there. I didn't wanted him to get disturbed by looking at me. So I went away. So then I went to a place where even the females are coming for walk. They come half distance. I go half distance. They turn like this. I have to turn like that. So now I made, just like what Sariputta says, I made my nimitta straight. There's no watching at all. It worked. Okay. You will not see anything in particular. There's no particular interest to any part of the body. In fact, you will start to see it like this, going like this. That's all what you will be seeing. Yes.
But at what point will you turn then?
What point will you turn?
From here, you cannot go further.
Correct.
Right? That you have to grasp, right? Then only you can turn back.
That you will grasp. See, this is the practice you need to do. Is that I went, this is the board. I went till here. Here are the females. They are turning like this. And I'm coming here and I'm turning like this. And walking. And when you make it literally animitta, you know you're done animitta. Only you will come to know animitta. I can't explain you how that animitta. I can tell you the process of creating animitta. Yes. Yes, Hari, go ahead.
You used to say when you see a female, it feels like a cucumber or a bottle of Coke. It's like the Coke bottle.
That is fine. That is only as a figurative. But when you really make it as a animitta, you'll really enjoy. Because I also found out like this. If a female is standing in front, okay, just in front, there's no other way you can escape. You put your attention on this area of her. You'll be seeing only the eyes and this portion. If you keep on seeing this portion, it is a blank portion. There's nothing out here.
Yeah, but best thing is to not try this out until you are established in Sila.
Yeah, that's correct. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Anyway,
Don't attempt it.
it started working for me. So
Otherwise, you will
I
start
wanted to do
feeling-
all the five. I wanted to do all the five senses, and while I was there, it's not only the kaya. So I wanted to do for all the five senses to experience nibbana. So the seventh day when I started that nibbanic experience, so I knew all the six sense doors are closed. No grasping. Anyway, coming back to this. So in the non-grasping, there is upeka feeling. Pure upeka feeling. Nothing else other than that. Equanimity. So when you are equanimous, instantaneously you are in Nibbana. So that upeka, so Vedana becomes upeka. So if Rupa becomes Nibbidha, Vedana becomes. Now you are free to go wherever you want. But there is no Vedana which creates Sukha Vedana and Dukha. Sorry, Domanasa and Doman. Yes.
So I guess in terms of the PS cycle, the feeling and tanha, they're in circular. But when you make upeka, the tanha is dropped, so the feeling become upeka, so the upada and all that stuff.
Correct. Absolutely. Okay, so let's end on Vedana now. So tomorrow we'll meet on Sanya, perception. Any questions, Sachin? Further discussion? Done? Okay, then we will meet tomorrow. Same time, 8 o'clock?
Sure work for me.
Okay, we'll meet at 8. All right.
8:30 is possible, are you?
It also 8:30 is fine too.
Okay.
Then we'll meet at 8:30, our usual 8:30 timing. All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
Thank you. Bye.